So if you're a true Tekken 8 player, you know toxicity is around us when we play Tekken 8. I said in a previous video on the toxic behavior that we encounter in Tekken 8, but what happens when you are the one who is toxic in Tekken 8? What happens when it was you all along that is part of the problem that makes Tekken 8 so toxic? You were probably an innocent player just trying to fight his way to the top in ranked matches, and maybe you were shitted on so badly over and over again in ranked matches that enough is enough. At first, you wanted to be Spider-Man, but now look what the game has done to you. You're Venom. Nothing against Venom, he's a badass. But as you go through the toxic transformation, there are things you might have already done or are gonna do eventually when it's your turn to be the toxic one in Tekken 8. And I don't want to hear from anyone in the comments, "Oh, I am never toxic in Tekken 8. Fuck off, that's bullshit. And you know it. Play some Tekken 8 and you will be toxic yourself without even realizing it. Teabagging. We all know teabagging is a universal fight language where you as the Tekken 8 player are exerting dominance to your opponent. When one teabags, it is another way of declaring their victory in Tekken 8. It's to make it obvious to you that I'm the winner and you're the loser. So come at me, bro. Usually, this kind of behavior doesn't really matter to me because I'm here to fight. So whatever you do on your end as a Tekken 8 player, I don't give a fuck because I'm here to fight. If you want to go teabag and waste time, that's on you, bro. But this is about you here, and you're the toxic one, and you just beat your opponent. Even though the screen says that you've won and the other person lost, that's not good enough because you gotta teabag to really show who has won this match. I'm not saying teabagging is okay, but it is part of the Tekken 8 territory. No rematch. You are toxic. So after you win, there is no rematch for the other person. Even though you've barely beat the other guy and the match could have gone either way, you are gonna deny that rematch because you are that person, the toxic person in Tekken 8, who is just a one and done kind of fighter, and that's all you are and all you are ever gonna be in this game because you're toxic. Glory messages. After you've beaten your opponent, you are going to message the person on how easy that match was, even though you are the one who denied his rematch request and barely won that last match through the skin of your teeth. You're gonna say some shit like that match was a wash, just to really add that extra layer of salt to your opponent. Most people just ignore and block assholes like this online, but if the ego is fragile enough, the other person will break and fall for the bait, which is having a whole message war with you now online, which is what you were really looking for all along, comparing ranks. When you have a high rank in Tekken 8, it's only natural to compare your ranks to other people, but you don't just showboat your rank. You gotta flex your Tekken King status like it's you winning the lottery to the world. You're basically showing to your friends or friend that you're the winner and they're the loser, since they're at a lower rank than you. It doesn't matter to other people, heck, it doesn't even matter to your friends. From humble to arrogant. You were once a humble person in Tekken 8, where you showed great sportsmanship, but now all because the high rank is getting to your head, where you're a Tekken King and your friends are just little mighty rulers or Fujins, you think you know it all and can do it all. You started out as a genuine gamer playing Tekken 8, and now you think you're the MJ in Tekken 8. Look, if you really are a badass, then get to God of Destruction already. And if you really think you're the top dog in this game, then you should probably compete in the EVO tournament. But you're not, because you're an arrogant player, not a true winner. Because true winners don't need to be arrogant if they got the godlike ranking status to show for it, which is something you're not. Anger issues. Even though you win a lot of your games, which is why you're a Tekken King or maybe higher, being toxic in Tekken 8 means you are prone to being angry easily. Just losing once is grounds for a total annihilation on your keyboard or monitor or controller. It goes without saying, but any game that brings out the anger lurking inside of you means you got some issues going on. It also means you hate losing that bad that you're willing to get so angry and pissed off to the point you want to throw your controller against the wall, all because you lost to a bear online in Tekken 8. Are you for real, bro? And because of that, you got demoted in the process too. Go figure. Disconnection. When one is angry, they are bound to disconnect. It's inevitable. When you are the toxic person in Tekken 8, you don't think rationally anymore. You think crazy, but you also think stupid since you are in anger mode. And if you are in anger mode, you are bound to do something really stupid, like disconnecting in Tekken 8. Disconnecting in Tekken 8 is the equivalent of punching yourself in real life. Something is not okay here, and it's not the game, but rather it's you. You know disconnecting is gonna make your disconnection percentage go up, so why do it? I get it. You're so toxic that you can't even keep it together. It looks like your toxic side got the better of you. So who really won here? The game or you? Barely win. winner. When one barely wins in Tekken 8, they're gonna pretend that the entire match was a total wash, even though they got lucky by pressing Rage Art at the right time at the last second before they got destroyed by a Jin. That person is gonna be gloating as if he had that match in the bag. Don't get me wrong, if I barely beat someone who's in another league compared to me and I barely won, I will pretend I had that match in the bag too. But the thing is, these kind of people actually believe this bullshit. Yeah, I fucked around with people online saying that the match was totally easy even though I barely won, but these kind of people, they just want to piss you off before you guys go your separate ways fighting other people online. Side characters. When you and your friends battle it out online, obviously you guys are going to be using your mains in Tekken 8, but when you have that one person who beat you last time you guys fought, now all of a sudden before you fight his main character, you gotta fight his side characters to get your rematch. This is bullshit toxic behavior at a high level. Like, if you're gonna say you want to throw hands with me in Tekken 8, don't come at me with Reina isn't my main, but you still gotta fight her to get to my main, which is Jin. That is a waste of time and it shows you're a piece of shit. Some of us Tekken 8 players don't have all day to be gaming, so cut the bullshit and bring out your main character from the start or we ain't fighting, affecting your life. When you are toxic in Tekken 8, so toxic to the point that it affects your everyday life, you got a problem. Why are you acting like an arrogant asshole to others when you are a Tekken King in Tekken 8? It's a video game after all, yet you're still being an arrogant piece of shit outside in the real world. We know you're a badass online, but you're still the Squidward in real life. Know your fucking place, you mortal fool. At the end of the day, guys, Tekken 8 is just a video game. No matter what happens, we're all here to fight, and that is that.